Hello and welcome to the Nuclear Reactor, and today we'll be reacting to What If Gine Went to Earth, Part 8. I hope y'all are enjoying my reactions. Let's get started.
Thanks for clicking on this video. Be sure to subscribe and click the bell icon and turn on all notifications to keep up to date with the latest information and discussions.
Hiffle hath no fury like a mother scorned.
Hey guys, MasakoX here. Now with this new slot of Saturday for our What If adventures, I thought that it might be good to get back to a story which many of you are longing to see continue, and so we shall. After the revelation of Dragon Ball Super Broly successfully spreading itself across the world, the idea that Bardock was alone in the world was quickly replaced with the revelation of Goku's mother, Gine. This story that I'm about to continue with has garnered about as many views in its first part as what Gine's power level is right now in the story, which tells me that you guys are a fan of Gine, aren't you? In any case, it's time to continue our story about what could have happened had said character gone with her son to Earth, escaping planet Vegeta. The comic Dragon Ball Minus is where we first saw Gine at all. Before then, we had no inklings of a motherly figure for Goku, just that Bardock had two sons. That was it. Now though, we get a set of parents, which Goku in the main timeline doesn't remember at all, but at least we have some material in which to build from and understand where our main character came from. Oh yeah, don't think I haven't forgotten.
Also, I wanted to say sorry for not reacting to like the What If Cell was good and stuff lately. I was just trying to bulk through the Gine episodes. And then I was going to go back to that one, as well as the What If Goku was female. But if y'all want me to spread those throughout the reactions each week, then I will. Just let me know.
I haven't forgotten about the whole spin-off video about how our Bardock and our Gine came to know each other. I feel that it's something that you guys will enjoy. I mean, 96% of you voted for it. And I will get to it soon. Again, thanks for voting. In any case, Gine escaped with Goku, now solely named Kakarot, to Earth, and led a peaceful life for the most part, while Kakarot was growing up. As we know, that peace was short-lived, and now is pretty much in line with what we expect from Dragon Ball Z. In the last part, we discovered that Frieza had sought revenge for the fact that the Ginyu Force were gone in a flash. Hardly something that Frieza would want to let anyone else know about. So it's best to cut things off at the source, i.e. Namek. However, the plan isn't going as smoothly as he would have liked, with the surprise that this female monkey is stronger than him. I mean, at least in his first form, but still, it's the principle of the matter. Not wanting to be made a fool of, he reveals his second form, and that he has not even warmed up yet. We return to the proceedings, with Gine at the front of the group, with Kakarot tending to a now healed Vegeta. I mean, his pride hasn't healed, but, you know, his Vegeta. But the prince is raring to get back in and take on Frieza, now thinking he could take him on in whatever form possible. Kakarot, though, is holding him back, believing that this is something that his mother needs to settle herself. This is the being that enslaved her people and obliterated their future and their planet without a single thought. Gine lost Bardock to this creature just on a whim, and she will have her revenge. The red mist, akin to Gohan's rage boost, is descending down upon her, and what once held her back is keeping her locked on the spot. She is aware that Frieza is stronger than her again, but she has something he can't do. Grade 8 time. But for now, she wants to have some fun, as best as she can, despite her knowing disadvantage. Kakarot is getting concerned. His mother isn't strong enough. For years, she's been the top dog without wanting to be, and now that she seemingly wants to be the top dog, she isn't the top dog anymore. This bravado, which has been locked away for the longest time, suppressing her Saiyan nature, could be the thing that ends her, ironically. The fight begins, and thanks to her Saiyan lust for sparring, this match is surprisingly equal. Frieza, when he can get a hit on Gine, is stronger, but the Emperor isn't used to the extra bulk, since he rarely uses this form, and therefore the smaller Saiyan can give the slip some of the time. This is enough to keep her in the game, at least for the time being. Gohan and Krillin are watching from the side, transfixed with Dende looking stunned, and then at his hands. These guys now stronger than he by millions of times, and now he's seeing that it's because of him that they are doing this. It's terrifying. Might they ironically be the ones to end him and his people's planet? Either way, the match is going on, and going, and going, and going, until Frieza's beginning to get tired. Tired of humoring this woman? He halts the proceedings and announces that he has another form from which he knows that nobody can counter. He powers up, and Gine tries to attack, but is repelled by the sparking energy emitted by Frieza. We then get Frieza's third form, the most scary one yet. And I'm not talking about just in appearance though, it's in power as well. This power is not 1 million, but 2 million. Gine has no answer for this, except her ace in the hole. She tries to concentrate on that thing.
Wait, that form was 2 million? I didn't know that. Oh, interesting. Okay. I did not know that.
On that thing Bardock could do. That thing that can make Saiyans transform without a moon presence. Something that Vegeta could do. Surely she could do it as well. But no matter how hard she tries to remember, she can't do it. She got lucky that Vegeta had made one already for her earlier to use. But now, there's nothing. Frieza stares at Gine, who is straining to remember this power, and the Emperor laughs with a hollow mirth. What's the matter, monkey? Struggling to cope with this enormous power before you? You've yet to even grasp the power I am capable of. Allow me to demonstrate. Frieza launches himself at Gine and slams her in the gut, knocking all the wind out of her. She had never been hit this hard before. That red mist that she'd been relying on, it's been knocked out of her. She is powerless to counter. Now Kakarot could step in, but Frieza is too close. He may do something rash that may harm Gine. Vegeta, use that thing to make Mom turn into a Great Ape, now! Maybe, if Vegeta made that thing, he could make another one, right? Well, Vegeta's not gonna be so helpful. He's just biding his time before he can challenge Frieza. This Gine that he's been watching actually outdo him, and this low-class female warrior, he's not gonna help her at all. And this is something that Frieza has been relying on for the longest time. He knows that Vegeta won't interfere because of pride and challenges and his own satisfaction, and he wants to be the legendary Super Saiyan. Yeah, Vegeta at this point in the story is really not helping. To Vegeta's eyes, since he can't really sense energy properly, this power is nothing to be concerned with. After all, he is the legendary Super Saiyan now. Once he taps into that power properly, they won't need to rely on great apes ever again. He can feel it. Well, all he can feel right now is a faint haze of energy from Frieza, which is growing. Suddenly, Kakarot slams Vegeta in the back of the head, telling him to get a grip and focus. Now this is what was needed. Immediately, Vegeta's ability to sense energy is fully kicked in and realized, and oh no. That power that Frieza had, it's over twice now, and it's climbing! Now Vegeta, instead of being brash, is now speechless. He falls to the ground on his knees and is scared out of his wits. He's no use now. Trying to get him to make an energy ball for the Blotzways? He's got other things to worry about. Gine is left in the ringers, clothes tattered and covered in bruises. Frieza is ready to end her with a barrage of beams, but Kakarot then cannot wait any longer. He flies in and easily knocks the beams out of the way, because remember about what his power level is. He is stronger than Frieza technically. He was just letting Gine do a thing. The two then stare at one another before Kakarot fires a blast at Frieza, which the Emperor cannot dodge. When the smoke clears, Kakarot is on him. The two are fighting with a huge flurry of strikes. Gine is barely able to stand and is watching her son take on Lord Frieza. Her son is in danger. She is worrying about her son like any mother would. He doesn't know what that monster can do, what kind of tricks he can play.
Is this gonna be what pushes her to Super Saiyan? Probably.
Dirty and play rough and not to the rules. In that moment, Gine is lost in a world of her own. Her mind takes her back to the days of old on planet Vegeta. She remembers all the times in her life where she was left powerless and felt like nothing, like she couldn't do anything. Despite all the years on Earth where she was the strongest, those didn't matter right here and now. The times when she was an embarrassment to the Saiyan race, despite Bardock giving her a chance. When she was demoted to being a mere cook, despite her desire to get stronger. She had been labelled as a failure and consigned to the kitchen as the only target she could successfully land.
But I thought that was her choice back then. I thought that was her choice, that she didn't want to fight. Oh, so she actually did?
The blow-on was something on a chopping block. And even though she had resigned herself to a life of peace, it was still marred by the fact that Lord Frieza was out there somewhere. It wasn't peace at all. And not to mention all the blowback that she got from other Saiyan warriors, by being derided by said warriors and not having many friends. But Bardock gave her something to live for. 2 boys. Those boys proved she could do something useful. They gave her hope. And from there on, it was all uphill. Earth gave her a home and the realization that she can do good and she can be strong. But now, though, it was all going back to the way it was. All thanks to the being that put her there in the first place. Gine falls to her knees, like Vegeta did, and begins to cry, pounding the ground. But then something snaps. Something snaps her out of it. Frieza, bested again, has now transformed into his final form without her realizing. Now stronger than Kakarot in his base form, he chose not to waste any time and fired a beam straight at Kakarot's chest. From where Gine was looking, it looked like it was game ending. Kakarot stumbles backwards and reels in pain, but this spark of rage and fear for her son's life is enough to tip Gine over the edge.
Wow.
She can feel something bubbling up inside of her. This primal spark is tinted gold and is giving her the energy to stand up again. Final Form Frieza then suddenly remembers that she was there at all, and is curious as to what kind of power this is, as is Kakarot and Vegeta. No way. Is she? Gine is twitching uncontrollably. No more. No more. Her mind is going crazy. She can't let go now. If she does, her life of peace that she's been striving for will be gone forever. If she lets loose, will she ever be able to control it? It doesn't matter anymore. Her son is in trouble, and she has to do what mothers have to do. Protect her family. Only this time, it's with a legendary power. She lets out a monstrous scream, and her aura goes from white to yellow. Her hair turns golden, and her eyes whiten before settling to white and green pupils. Gine is a Super Saiyan. Now this is where you think I'd stop things for right now. But I'm not. Frieza has no scouter to rely on right now, but from the reactions of everyone around him, this power is nothing like the bravado that Vegeta was spouting before. This is the real deal. His power, around about 4 million at the moment, is eclipsed by Gine's 37.5 million, thanks to the 50 times Super Saiyan multiplier. Kakarot is stunned.
Is that... Oh. Alrighty then, okay.
Whoa, Mom could do that? Could he do that? How did she do that? Kakarot cheers out loud. Woo, Mom! You're so cool! I know you had it in you! Mom? Mom? Gine is saying nothing. She walks slowly to Frieza, ignoring everyone, including Kakarot. Frieza is now stepping backwards, looking slightly intimidated at the lack of drivel. Saiyans usually go on and on about their power, but this one's silent. It's scaring him now. He tries to fire a beam like before, but Gine just casts it aside into a nearby mountain. Not a flinch. Frieza then fires multiple beams to slow her down. Nothing doing. The beams just get closer and closer until Gine grabs the hand that fired them and crushes it. Frieza lets out a howling whimper before falling to the ground, clasping his hand. Gine looks down at the heap and lands a powerful kick in Frieza's gut, sending him flying so far that he goes past the horizon. Gine, still silent, flies off after him. Not a single word to her son. Kakarot's beginning to get a little bit scared. This isn't the mother he knows. She would normally give him the thumbs up or smile to show that she's okay. Something's wrong. He flies off in hot pursuit with Vegeta keen to follow, despite not being able to do anything at the moment. How dare they ignore him? With Gine on the hunt, Frieza is on the back foot. When he gets up from where he landed, he screams in frustration. Damn it! When will these monkeys just give up? But they won't give up, because Gine is right there in front of him, still silent. Frieza then tries to counter, give her the slip, but she's on him immediately. We then get a repeat of First Form Frieza versus Gine being bested by her, and Frieza just cannot get a word in edgeways. In just half a minute, Frieza is looking worse for wear. But he knows something Gine doesn't know. He's only using 3% of his power right now. He was just caught napping. If this monkey is going to give him the silent treatment, he will do so as well. It's all that he deserves. He powers up to 50% power, and surely, this will be enough. And this is where we're going to leave things for right now. So what do you
Ass.
guys think? Did this get exciting for you? And you excited
yes,
for what's
it
to
did.
come? Are you feeling this is how Gine would react? Leave a comment below.
I think so.
Let's get this discussion
What do
going.
y'all think?
And I shall
Let
see
me know
you
what y'all like.
in the next one.
And if y'all want
Catch
me
you
to keep
later.
on reacting, let me know what y'all want me to react to and what y'all want next. And until next time, I hope y'all enjoyed my reaction. If you like my content, then like and subscribe, please. And follow me on Twitter for video updates. The link will be in the description below. And as always, stay nuclear.